Wang Yibo and Wang Jingyu can't save Peacekeeping Riot Squad. It's a hit, but its reputation is hard to say. The Mayday movie blockbusters have sparked heated discussions again. Several movies such as Peacekeepers, Thelma and Louise, and The Siege of Kowloon Walled City are relatively popular and discussed. The realistic action of The Siege of Kowloon Walled City awakens the authentic Hong Kong flavor that has been dormant for a long time in Hong Kong movies. The strong cast is the most eye-catching feature of this movie. It accurately brings the excellent quality of Hong Kong dramas to the screen, with fierce scenes one after another. During the fight, the talents of many actors are demonstrated, and their explosive acting skills evoke the familiar flavor of Hong Kong movies. Comedy is the most popular subject matter. It can often present interesting laughs with extremely interesting plots during the popular period, satisfying the audience's enjoyment of watching movies. The comedy of Thelma and Louise hits the appetite of most viewers, and its humorous aspects will enrich more people's joyful spirit during the holidays. Of course, when it comes to box office, the one with the fastest surge in popularity in box office is Peacekeepers, which occupied the top spot at the beginning. This movie has attracted much attention before it even started airing. With powerful traffic celebrities starring in the lead role, this movie has attracted more and more attention before and after its release. The combination of Wang Yibo and Wang Jingyu raised the popularity of this movie to more than one level. So is this movie as exciting as expected? Obviously, different audiences have different opinions on the answer to this question. Peacekeepers open to polarizing reviews. For a drama, whether the plot is exciting or not determines the final feedback, and there are different opinions in this regard. How to present the peacekeeping situation of peacekeeping police abroad. This movie is a blockbuster with the main theme, and the famous drama alone is enough to show the passion of this movie. However, the main theme of the drama itself is challenging, and it can be seen from Peacekeeping and Riot Squad that the content involved is highly challenging. How to present the most authentic side is undoubtedly a huge challenge faced by the crew. The goal is to achieve reputation, and box office requires investment, effort and time. Compared with similar box office blockbusters with the main themes of the same genre, Peacekeepers does have a lot of controversy in many aspects. The first lies in the authenticity of the content of the work and the portrayal of the aura of the protagonist. The logic of the plot is confusing, and the halo of the protagonist is forcibly added. The movie mainly uses Chinese peacekeeping police as the protagonists and tells about their peacekeeping life abroad. The plot begins with the Chinese peacekeeping police being attacked by refugees. The peacekeeping police learn about the situation of the refugees, enter the world of the refugees, distribute supplies to them, and move towards peaceful coexistence and integration together, and the following part where the Chinese peacekeeping police perform the task of escorting witnesses composition. There is nothing profound about the plot before and after, and the overall story is relatively simple. To make it a successful film, the expressiveness of the director and actors is crucial. However, the straightforward plot development and uneven filming techniques have attracted controversy. The main theme of blockbusters can resonate spiritually, and realism, flashpoints, and explosions are all indispensable parts of the plot. If you separate the front and back parts of this movie, you cannot piece together a complete story. One moment it talks about distributing materials to rescue refugees with kindness in return, and the other moment tells the plot of escorting witnesses. The connection between the former and latter events is jumpy. Excluding many water-filling links, the real content is less than 100 minutes, which fails to support the ignition point of the main theme blockbuster. Be more relaxed. In the process of promoting the development of the plot, the villain is also outwitted, the halo of the protagonist is imposed, and the logic is confusing. Yang Zhen, played by Wang Yibo, was trapped. Wang Jingyu's team leader and his team braved the hail of bullets to save people. The scene was dangerous, with explosions and shootings, and the smoke of war filled the air. The other members of the peacekeeping police were fully armed and marched forward. Only the captain was not wearing a hat. For the sake of the beauty of the protagonist's appearance, the special characteristics of the male protagonist are deliberately highlighted, weakening the realism of the work in the battle. Wang Jingyu led the peacekeeping team to rescue his teammates. In times of crisis, he went deep into the tiger's den. The tension and danger were laid out for a long time in the early stage, but he came up and rescued people easily. At the critical moment, all the villains selectively disappeared, and the protagonist's aura seemed very deliberate. In order to protect the witnesses, the peacekeeping police were shot frequently, and the witness's child, Ding Wei, even died. This is a touching plot about the selfless dedication of the peacekeeping police, but at this point, There are many logical loopholes that are incomprehensible. The witnesses and the witnesses' children were all under the protection of the peacekeeping police. It was clear that as long as they were not exposed, there was no danger. There was no need to be exposed to the enemy's sight. As a result, a child caused a fierce battle and Yingwei also died. It is important to improve the spiritual core through character sacrifice, but this plot direction is unnecessary and too forced to be sensational. There is no need for a child to find his mother in such an urgent and dangerous situation. The sacrifice of a peacekeeping police officer is inexplicably used to promote the plot. There is no reasonable logic. The plot is not convincing, and it is also a plot to forcibly add the aura of the protagonist. The peacekeeping force is an organized and orderly force with strict training, especially in foreign countries abroad. It does not take heroism to decide how to perform tasks. Following commands and obeying orders is obviously the order that a team should have. But Yang Shan ignored the captain's dissuasion many times and insisted on going his own way. Although the protagonist needs a halo, there is no need to shape the character by disobeying orders. There is no obedience that a 1 in 1,000 elite police officer should have. Big traffic figures are in charge, but their strength is not outstanding enough. The main theme drama most tests the actor's performance, and the management of movements and body language are both important. Both Wang Yibo and Wang Jingyu have performed brilliantly in other blockbuster movies. Their acting skills in previous works such as Unknown and Operation Red Sea created flesh and blood characters, and their acting skills made the characters stand out. However, in Peacekeeping Riot Squad, the leading actors such as Wang Yibo, Zhang Chuxi and Wang Jingyu are not small, but their acting skills are not explosive. The action scenes are wonderful, but the rest of their expressions are stiff and their acting skills are unstable. Wang Jingyu had played a similar role before in Operation Red Sea, but the captain he played this time was not outstanding enough and his performance was average. Wang Yibo and Zhang Chuxi's expressions were not well managed, and their acting skills were not fully utilized. Similar theme films 2 years ago had already satisfied the audience's demand for dramas with eye-catching production and plot. They combined the theme's trend of the times and patriotism, worked hard on the work, and set off high box office popularity. With the former's explosive ignition, if subsequent works want to reach a higher level of box office, the standards in all aspects need to be raised above this. Although Peacekeepers is very popular and currently leads the May 1st box office rankings, it is still a hit. Controversies continue. The reputation is hard to describe. Controversies over the plot, characters and production have left the audience with different opinions.